Hey, what is going on, everyone, and welcome to another Marvel Future Revolution video. This time, it's kind of the first one that I've done since global launch, and I have to say, things are looking really good. I'm having a lot of fun on global launch, much more than I did during the pre-release on the Omega Flight server, and I'm not sure if it's because they kind of separated a lot of the players in the world from one server to a whole bunch, but I do want to go over what are the things I'm really enjoying with the global launch of Marvel Future Revolution, some things that are still kind of and some of the things that we are going to be looking forward to. We are, I guess, about 2 or so weeks on from the global launch, and things have been great. Not only have I been progressing a lot faster than I did in the past, maybe that's because I kind of know things the second time around. I have started on a brand new server, by the way, Hydra Empire 1. You can see this on the front screen, and that's kind of the first thing that I want to talk about here is the server-based system. So if you guys haven't started on Marvel Future Revolution, you know, hey, join me on Hydra Empire 1 if you guys want. It is a North American East Coast server. Even though I myself am on West Coast, I am actually planning to move to the UK in the near future, so this is a compromise for me. And I kind of want to talk about this here because when you first start downloading the game, you're going to be kind of shoved into a server that meets your region. And so depending on where you live in the world, that's where they're going to recommend you to start on. Now, this might be different from where you might want to start and play with some friends. If you have any friends that are playing this game, then you guys are going to need to decide beforehand what server that you're going to be playing on. So when you tap this in the button in the middle here, you can go on to all of the regions. You can change your region. By the way, you can play on wherever you want. There might be a little lag associated with that depending on where you are versus where the server is. But, you know, if you have a bunch of friends maybe from another game, you know, because I'm also doing Marvel Strike Force, if you guys play that together and you want to join on Marvel Future Revolution together, you guys need to decide on where you're going to play. So you can click on all the servers for this region, because I'm on the North American East server. So you have New Stark City 1 through 7. You also have Hydra Empire 1 through 7. As you can see, I'm playing on Hydra Empire 1 very specifically here. So what this means is that if you play on Hydra Empire 1, you're only playing with other people on Hydra Empire 1 for the purposes of an alliance. So if you want to be in the same alliance, you have to be on the exact same server, and I need to make that very clear. So you might be given a random server when you first start up the game. It'll recommend you a region. I don't know if you actually pick yourself which number. I find this to be a little bit confusing because when I was first starting up and with some of my Discord pals, you know, they were picking, some of them chose Hydra Empire 3 by accident. I don't know if that was just because I don't know, it was a misclick or whatever, but I don't like that it kind of has 7 servers essentially with the same name. I think this is a bit confusing. Maybe there's too many numbers to have a system like, you know, World of Warcraft had literally every single server had a different name. And I guess that kind of saved some confusion, but now there's a number system as well. And New Stark City is here. So there's essentially 14 servers in North America East that you can choose from, but it has to be the exact same one. Now, in terms of other like game mode queues, you can run into people from different servers, because I remember someone sent me a message on Discord saying, "Hey, Boilon, is that you? Because I saw you in Blitz." And yes, that was me, but it was from a different server. I believe he was on Hydra 3 and I was on Hydra 1. So that was kind of funny that we ran into each other that way. But yeah, other than random queues, you do have to be on the exact same server if you want to kind of play together in that sense. But you can click on the change region button, and this will give you all of the regions of the world: America West, America East, South America, Europe, Asia, Southeast Asia, South Asia, and America Omega Flight. So this is the original pre-release server here, Omega Flight. So I do have my Captain Marvel that I was playing about a month ago on there, but I've since abandoned that. I'm on America East, where I'm playing on Hydra Empire 1. So just wanted to go over the server part of things. In terms of how I feel about that, I think it's a little bit confusing, and it's sad that I can't play with people beyond my own server, Hydra Empire 1, other than random queues. I can't, you know, queue up with them. I can't add them to maybe a cross-server friends list where I can queue up together. That would be great if the game had some sort of a cloud functionality where you could do that. I played games like Final Fantasy 14, you know, like a real MMO, where despite having different servers, you can still add each other to the friends list, and you can still kind of join parties and queue up to this content, despite being on the different servers, although being on the same region or data center, because this is kind of like a data center, and that's how it is. So I wish in the future, I don't know if this will be possible, but, you know, being able to group up with other people from different servers here on Hydra Empire, or even New Stark City, because we're all on North America East. That's my goal. My hope that maybe they might add that down the line. I know it's very early days, so I'm not going to hold my luck anytime soon. So I just wanted to talk about that really quick. We're going to jump into the game and talk about exactly what's new, what is it that I like about this right now, and why I think this is actually the best global launch I've ever played in a mobile game to date. Alright, so right off the bat, I want to start to talk about some of the things that have changed since global launch. If you weren't playing prior to global launch, these things might not, you might not notice these things, but they are a significant improvement. Also, I am playing Spider-Man now, so that's my new main. I used to play Captain Marvel on the pre-release server, decided to try something new, and I'm enjoying it and having a lot of fun. I think Spider-Man is quite middle of the road for PvE, but he's a lot of fun for PvP, and just overall I'm having a better time than when I was playing Captain Marvel for whatever reason, or maybe I'm just enjoying global launch more. So the first thing I want to draw people's attention to is the Omega Pass system. First thing that they've ever really added in. As soon as the global launch came up, I noticed this differently. So it's about a 28-day season, and, you know, just through doing stuff in the game, you know, you get levels, you get experience points towards this, and you get a variety of experience. So there's, again, a free sort of the Omega Pass along the top. This is your free stuff, and then the Premium Pass if you want to pay a little bit extra money to upgrade that. Now, I forgot how much this costs. I think that's 12 US. I don't think that's Canadian. Maybe it is Canadian. I am in Canada, but I'm not sure what currency I'm given. I know when I was playing on Omega Flight, I was actually getting a US dollar price. So let me know in the comments down below for any American viewers. Is it 10 US or is it 12 US? I'd love to know that, just because I'm not buying it, but just for reference. And so there's lots of things that you can do for this, and I really enjoy this as a new added benefit, as a way for players to get resources. This already just adds a little bit of extra stuff. And speaking of events, there is tons of new global launch events and things that are happening like basically every week or two being added to this than, you know, in the pre-release. And also just comparatively to other games, you know, I am a Marvel Strike Force content creator, and I just feel, it feels really refreshing that there's all this stuff that we can do in this game, and, you know, and it's for free. Essentially, it is for free. I haven't spent any money, actually, on this account yet, and I still feel like I'm progressing pretty well. And so, to some degree, it depends on how much time you have on your hand to grind through the story missions, but, you know, I do feel like I'm getting good value for my time. So, to start off, when you start off on global launch, or when you start your account, you get a 14-day login calendar. That's Rocket Raccoon's check-in gift, and you can actually do this, it doesn't have to be consecutive logins either, like a login calendar. We also have some new stuff. We're going to start at the bottom, though. So you get the monthly check-in, of course. That's pretty normal. That's the same as pre-release. You get 28 days. This is consecutive, so if you do miss a day, unfortunately, you will not get that 5-star costume box, which is huge at the end of the 4 weeks there. We also get the daily login calendar. Of course, this goes up to 60 minutes or 1 hour of your day. Running with the Ravagers. This is also the same from the pre-release. Just a lot of stuff to do here. I've already completed this, but some objectives to get more rewards. Work together. This is a new one. I don't think this was on the pre-release, but basically you're doing stuff with your alliance, and as you do that, you also get to clear and gather more stuff, more free stuff. The Baby Groot event, this is also from the pre-release, costume-related enhancements, and you get more stuff there. The Blitz Relay Challenge event, this is brand new. This is brand new for global launch, and it really helps new players. So once you get the Blitz mode unlocked, and that's roughly around level 20, you get a fancy, I can't click on it anymore. It's a fancy 5-star Blitz badge box that you get a random 5-star Blitz badge after completing these blitzes, you know, a certain amount of time. So 3 for Kingpin, 3 for MODOK, 3 for Ultron. It goes up a little bit, 6, and then I think 9 at the higher end. But it does give you a guaranteed 5-star Blitz badge, which is great. I do want to say, though, since pre-release and global launch, though, they did lower the drop rates on Blitz badges, and that was a bit controversial for some, but if you're starting out on global launch, everyone's starting with that, you know, the lower drop rate, so it doesn't really matter too much there. I imagine for people still playing on the Omega Flight server, that gives those people a leg up. I don't think there's a lot of reason that you might want to start on the Omega Flight pre-release server now, because you'd be really far behind, and in terms of the PvP, you're going to get your ass kicked, because because it's just really, you're going to be so far behind there. So that's another reason why I enjoy starting out on the global launch server. We do have an Omega War event. This is a 28-day or 21-day event. This has been going on for a little while, related to Omega War, the 10v10 PvP. This unlocks at level 70, 60 something maybe, I forget, to be honest. Squad rank up event. This is from the pre-release as well. Hero level up event. This is also gonna, I think this is permanent. Fury secret mission. This is also from the pre-release, but we got some stuff more recently, just the other day, and this is the special request gift for 7 days. So again, like a free 7-day logging thing, which is really nice. They're giving us a lot of stuff. And then the Sif's training. This is a new event as well, where you do Dimensional Duel and Omega War, just some PvP stuff, and you'll get a 4-star caution box at the end of it. Lasts for, I think it was a 21-day event. So again, you know, you get a lot of time to do these new events, and I think that's really great. You know, you're not rushed to do this in a couple of days, or you have to do something every day. You get time. You know, you can do it as fast as you want, or as slow as you want, you know, or not complete it at all. That's entirely up to you. You know, but they give us the option of things to do, bonus stuff to do, and I really enjoy that. Special request number 1, the data. So, you know, you get some of these badges, what's called the mystery boxes. This is brand new. This was added a couple of days ago, so by doing the most wanted, you get some of these boxes as well. For doing blitzes, you get these boxes, and you know, it's a lot of extra stuff. And then at the end of it, you get, I guess this is like a combined achievement here. It's like for opening a certain amount of mystery boxes, you get even more stuff. You know, Omega cards, random stuff here, and then a 4-star Omega card after opening 30 of them. So just tons of stuff everywhere. Really enjoying it, I have to say. And I'm having a lot of fun. I'm already at 400k power, which is actually roughly where I was on my Captain Marvel after about 6 weeks. And we're just, I would say about just over 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks in from global launch. And I'm already at the same point. So I don't know if it's just that I'm playing it a little bit more than I was before. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. And we actually have some more stuff on the way. Also, in terms of my rankings, you know, I'm doing, maybe it's because there's less people per server than there was on the pre-release. I feel like there was a ton of people on the pre-release Omega Flight server, so I was competing against essentially the world clumped into one server, even though it was supposed to be in Canada. We know that people were playing from outside of Canada, and they were using APKs and all that stuff to get on, but it feels like I'm kind of competing on a server-wide basis with less people, so better chance, at least right now anyways, and a little bit better to get my rankings. You can see for Spec Ops, I'm currently 35 on the server, Battle Challenge 53, Omega War 37. Duel, I'm not a big fan of the Dimensional Duel right now, just because of the way it works. For matchmaking for PvP isn't the greatest, but I do have a little bit more fun on Omega War, and a Dark Zone, which is a mixed PvE PvP zone. You know, so I'm in the top 100 more or less for a lot of these game modes, and yeah, I'm enjoying this. You know, I'm putting in about an hour and a half a day, I would say. Still less than what I'm playing for Marvel Strike Force, which I think is really funny, and it's just a lot of fun. And by the way, like I said, if you haven't started yet on Future Revolution, and you're thinking about it and you might want to join, I do have this alliance called Boilon's Agents. We are currently full, but you do get 2 alliance member slots every time your alliance levels up to a cap of 50, which is awesome. So if you've been on the fence about joining Future Revolution, do hit up Hydra Empire 1. If you're not a part of my Discord community, join up there and maybe hit me a message and tell me that you're interested, and we can kind of slide you in next time there's an available slot. We level up once every couple of days or so. A lot of fun here, and some great stuff as you come up the levels and you get into more alliance-based activities. A lot of it, the end game wise, is more related to Dark Zone, which I actually just dipped my foot in for the first time today, and you know, actually doing it with other people in the alliance, and that was fun as well. But we do have some more stuff coming, and some of the changes that's happened recently. So I want to talk about that really quickly as well. So I want to bring your attention to this. Now, this is a bit old. This is a couple weeks old now at this point. I think just before global launch. But this is Magik. If you're unfamiliar with Magik as a Marvel character, she is a mutant character who also wields magical powers, associated with the area called Limbo. I'm not, my lore is not super versed there. This might have something related to Dark Dimension-y kind of things. I'm not sure. But anyway, she's the next character that's going to be coming to Marvel Future Revolution. So we know that there's going to be a major content patch here in September. What we don't know exactly, and it wasn't 100% confirmed, if Magik is going to be part of that patch or not. Now, we just know that she is going to be the next character. We don't know when necessarily. But what we do know about the next patch coming in September is that it's going to be releasing a new game mode. A lot of people are saying it's called Invasion game mode. I think it's a PvE game mode associated with Thanos. So that should be pretty awesome. You know, already in the first month of Future Revolution, we're getting a new game mode. And here I am twiddling my thumbs with Marvel Strike Force, and it's taking almost a year or more to see a game mode. So that just, you know, maybe it's, what do you call it? A honeymoon period for this game. Maybe it is. But I feel like we're getting a lot more out of Netmarble and Marvel Future Revolution in these early days than what we might have gotten, what we get now in Marvel Strike Force, and you know, what we got back then as well. It just feels a lot better. So I want to talk about this maintenance patch that happened on the 8th of September. I think. Yes, it was the 8th of September. I'm looking at my calendar right now. Let's zoom in a little bit as well. So they added some new stuff here, and let's read it together. So it's already been over 2 weeks since the global launch on August 25th. We'd like to extend our utmost gratitude to all our agents who have shown their continued love and support from all over the world. While there's still lots of improvements to be made, we will do our best to repay our agents' enthusiasm. In addition to improvements in this update, we're currently aiming to implement our agents' feedback, such as improved Omega War matchmaking. Now, this is really important because they do need to work on that, because in PvP, there's nothing more unfun than getting your ass kicked by someone that's like 4 times your power. And so for those whales and krakens out there, you know, I get that they need to be, you know, powering, you know, beating the crap out of lower level people, and it probably makes you feel good, but it also doesn't feel good the other way around, that basically you're useless because you can't kill any of these people. So hopefully that gets addressed in the near future. We're aiming to apply these in the upcoming patch. Now, I don't think that this is this necessarily. I think it's the upcoming patch, the major content patch. We ask for your understanding regarding the timing of these changes, as these require some development time and changes to the game's build. Also, we're aware that several agents voiced the lack of communication from our end, and while we were caught up on preparing the global launch and handling related issues afterwards, we'll continue to put more effort into this. One of the areas that our agents have voiced but could not be addressed with this patch is a lack of gold in early gameplay. So if you've been playing this already, you might notice that sometimes you really don't have enough gold to kind of level up all your skills. And I want to just go back to my game really quick here and kind of share with you guys what I'm doing. So you can see that I have level 1 on a couple of skills because I just don't use them. Spider Swing, Spider Wrap, and I think that's the main one. But I just basically haven't touched it because it's a fair bit of gold to keep leveling them up all the way to level 15 when I don't really use it. And maybe I would if I had more gold to spare. And yeah, don't look at my gold. You know, I do have some money to spare now, but I didn't at the time. And so I would like to try out some of these more skills, but I don't want to waste the gold either when I don't have a ton coming in. So that is a bit of an issue, especially in the early game, and hopefully that gets addressed soon. They did give us 500,000 gold though in the mail, so that was quite nice as well. They're going to continue to improve gold flow, so I'm holding them to that. Hopefully that does happen. We will inform our agents on more details regarding the long-term gold flow improvement plans and our first update through a developer's note. Aside from updates, we're also preparing a fun event game mode for our agents to enjoy. So again, I think that's alluding to the invasion thing I was talking about with Thanos. Hopefully that'll be coming this month, and I'll be talking more about that when it comes, because honestly, I think the fact that there's going to be a new game mode coming within the first month is pretty phenomenal in my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I haven't played Marvel Future Fight, so this is my first iteration of Netmarble, so I don't know in terms of a company what kind of practices that I should be expecting, but it just, I don't know, compared to Scopely and Boundless Entertainment over at Marvel Strike Force, this feels a little bit refreshing. So they did a lot of things. Specifically, they shortened spawn time of prime targets in New Stark City and Hydra Empire, lowered flyable altitude for heroes in Dimensional Duel. Apparently, this is a pain in the ass if you're Captain America and you're trying to chase people like Doctor Strange and Storm who fly around the map. That's really annoying. Enabled the skip function. Apparently, this is causing some additional crashes, though. So now you can skip cutscenes for things like Blitz and other game modes when you're queuing up with other players. But apparently, if you skip too fast, for some players, this could cause a crash because things are going too quickly. But yeah, it was still nice though, and I enjoyed that. And they also improved Alliance Chat. So Alliance Chat, previously the messages were being removed after like 30 minutes. Now they're actually there for at least over 12 hours, because I have seen my messages still that I was testing, and that's really great. So I do like that they're actually doing things on a more regular basis to try and address some of these things. So, you know, I am hopeful, and like I said, they're adding lots of events as the weeks go on. You know, there has been another set of events, I think it was 2 weeks ago when the global launch first came up, and now we have new events. I really like it. I really like where the things are headed, but what I am most concerned with and more curious about than anything is what's going to happen with the game going forward. So what can we expect from our sort of monthly or patchly patches is what I meant to say. So when there's a major content patch, what can we expect in terms of game content? You know, for those of us who have got to level 100, who have cleared the story, are we going to get a brand new story region, story chapter, sort of every major content patch? How long in between this is going to be? Is it going to be like a month? Is it going to be 6 to 8 weeks? You know, what can we expect in terms of a timeline? So I'm not 100% up to date with everything. If anyone knows anything more than I do, please let me know in the comments down below. I don't know what kind of time schedule we're looking at in terms of, you know, 1.1, 1.2, sort of these kind of patch schedules. But that's what I'll be looking at as we go forward with the game. How long I continue to play the game, and whether or not it keeps my attention in terms of what we can expect from Netmarble, what we can expect from Marvel Future Revolution, and you know, the new stuff coming to the game, and at what kind of pace. So that's what I'll be looking forward to, especially with the new game mode coming soon. And yeah, I'll be trying to get some videos out at least every 2 weeks. I would like to get things every 1 week, but sometimes things get a bit crazy on Marvel Strike Force where I have to address those, and that kind of takes priority over this. But for those of you who are playing with me on Marvel Future Revolution and still playing the game, thank you for your patronage, and of course, until next time guys, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see y'all later. Boilon signing out.